Hello and welcome to Joy at Work. This is Karen Volo, your Chief Joy Bringer and Director of Evoloshen Academy. And I want to talk to you in this series about the third cultural key. We're covering the 5 cultural keys, and the third one is connection. And what we mean by connection is really on an internal basis, how you connect to the employees and also externally to your customers, to the market. And there's got to be some sort of a deeper emotional connection. There's so much noise going out in the world today. Probably the biggest resource that we can get from people right now is their attention and to get focus. And how do you do that as a company with an article, whatever you're doing out there to get people's attention? It's not the easiest thing. So you really have to find a way to connect on a deeper level. And this is through the values that you represent for the company and the organization, and also the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. When we're talking about connection, it's kind of interesting. There's a little tidbit of information here, but they're estimating that by 2020, we're going to have 25 billion devices connected. That's huge. I mean, we're, what, 7-8 billion people on the planet, roughly. I don't know what the numbers are going to be by 2020, but still double the amount of connected devices, which is huge. So we're going into an accelerated pace of change and transformation. And to have that emotional connection is so essential to be able to serve on a deeper level. So when we're talking about connecting to the employees, we're really talking about how do you tap into them in a way that they feel emotionally connected, that they feel like this is their tribe, they want to be a part of this culture, they want to be a part of this organization, and that helps with not only the attraction of great talent to your company, but also to retain the top talent. Unfortunately, when companies are going through major changes, oftentimes the people that are leaving are the best people who you don't want to have leaving. But if you've got that company founded, that company culture founded in good values and a higher purpose of why you're doing what you're doing, you help to keep the talent inside of the organization. So finding a way to connect on a deeper emotional level, it's almost like a double-edged sword here, because we have so much technology that we can reach so many people, and we can really scale the conversation from one to hundreds of thousands very easily. But the question is, how do you break through all that noise? Because there's so much information coming to all of us all the time now. It's a little overwhelming. And I see, people are stressed quite a bit. And that's another thing coming from the research that shows that stress is actually contagious. And if you see a situation of watching a video where someone is stressed, there's secondhand stress. You've heard of secondhand smoke, right? And they've showed the research of how that's damaging for our lungs if you don't smoke. The same thing is true with stress. So we really need to learn how to manage ourselves as individuals and be discerning and look at the information we're taking in, but then also on an organizational level. And so having that emotional connection where you create an environment that people love and that they want to be a part of, and you have products and services that companies love, and you tell stories. This is why we work so much with internal communications as well as HR, because those two are really getting married in a way that are the caretakers of the company's organization and the culture, basically. And that communication, those stories that you tell, is a way that you can connect emotionally so that people feel, I want to support this company. I'm a fan of yours. You want to turn your employees and your customers into what we like to call raving fans, people who are just out there saying what a fantastic organization it is, right? So think about ways that you can deepen that emotional connection. And we often talk about emotional branding as well. And it's all a way of connecting in a deeper level. And I just want to say one last thing here is, if we look at the world, I think we're showing how much we're connected on so many levels, and it can be good and it can be bad. And we really need to focus in on, how can we take care of the planet and take care of each other, and really, find good solutions for the global problems we're all facing and dealing with, right? And that's why I see that companies can really step into a leadership role, in the sense of, if you can solve a global issue, you can have a huge impact and, connect on a very deep level, both internally and externally. People will want to work for your company because you're doing some great things. And also, your customers are going to love what you're doing as well. And it doesn't have to be a huge global issue either. It can be on a local community level. We'll come back to this on another key when we talk about, how you're contributing back. So basically, when it comes to connection, just think about the emotional connection. Think about how you want your employees and your customers to feel and how you want them to be emotionally connected to your organization on some level. So that's a great way to work with the organization on a strategic level with engagement. So I hope you're enjoying this series. I have the next one coming up soon. And in the meantime, have a fantastic day.